3,000 women here in Connecticut will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year. Nationwide, 2.5 million people are undergoing treatment for breast cancer. And this weekend, you can help them in their fight simply by taking a walk. Here to fill us in from the American Cancer Society, Maria Gomes and survivor Carrie Witt. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And Carrie, we should mention you are an 11-year breast cancer survivor.
I am.
There was a time where the diagnosis of cancer was more like a death sentence, and I'm sure that's what it was like when you were diagnosed, yeah?
Cancer treatments have come such a long way, and even back then it was a terrifying word to hear, and for many people today it's still a very terrifying word. There are certain cancers that are now preventable through screenings and early intervention, but for many people it's still a very scary and world-changing, life-changing event.
Absolutely. So how are you doing now?
I am blessed to say I am 11 years cancer-free due to lots of things, including a fabulous doctor and support from family and friends. I had really bad breast cancer at the time. I had high lymph node involvement. So at the time, I did a clinical trial, and which is why a lot of people look to me as such a survivor, I guess. And for my story is, I'm not going to tell entirely today, but it involved, I was the first patient at Yale Hospital to have her ovary removed in the hopes of infertility treatments for women who don't yet have children when you have cancer. I was only 2 years married when I was diagnosed. And then afterwards, I also had stem cells removed and stored, just in case within 2 years, if the cancer came back, they could retreat me. Fortunately, none of that actually happened, and so I'm blessed to be here today.
And you're absolutely providing hope for other cancer patients as well. In terms of the American Cancer Society, you are providing information and support for people like Carrie and what they need. What do you guys do?
Well, you mentioned information. Our toll-free number, 1-800-227-2345, is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where people can get information about their diagnosis and treatment, as Carrie mentioned, clinical trials, as well as resources that are available to support patients. We have our Road to Recovery program that provides transportation to and from medical appointments for cancer patients. Our Reach to Recovery program, breast cancer survivors who are trained to offer support and information to anyone who's facing a diagnosis, been diagnosed with breast cancer, is in treatment or post-treatment, and they offer information and support and experience. They themselves have been through it. And then we have our Look Good, Feel Better program, which helps patients deal with the side effects related to chemotherapy and radiation, such as loss of hair or eyebrows. And we have trained cosmetologists who do a session locally at our hospitals on a monthly basis.
And most of these programs are possible through fundraisers, because you want to keep these going throughout the year to continue to help people. And you have your biggest one coming up, is that true? It's the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. Tell us about that.
Well, it's the largest breast cancer fundraiser in Connecticut for the American Cancer Society. It is Sunday. Survivor reception and registration starts at 11, and the walk itself is at 1. There is no fee to participate. We do look for a donation if you're so inclined, but if you just want to come out and support breast cancer survivers and the promotion of breast cancer awareness, just come on down.
Yeah, we're actually taking a look at some video from past walks. They need the umbrella. It looks like I saw someone with an umbrella out there, so we're hoping for good weather this year, right? This is a non-competitive 5K walk. Right. And 2 of the walks happened last weekend, so how was that turnout?
Despite the rain, we had a wonderful turnout, and we're looking for a fantastic turnout this year. Last year we had 4,000 people who came out, and this year we're hoping to have many more join us.
Okay, and so the money from the walks goes specifically toward what?
It goes towards research. We have currently in Connecticut, we have about 3 research grants totaling nearly $890,000. It goes towards support for cancer patients, as we mentioned are some of the programs. Information, we are in the community talking about breast cancer, talking about early detection, and talking about how to reduce your risk factors, and also advocating for the breast and cervical program, which is free to women who don't have insurance. So it goes to research, education, support, and advocacy.
And are you going to be out there at the walk as well?
Absolutely.
Do you rally family and friends and form a team and all walk together?
We're on our way to doing that, and I really encourage anyone who's interested, or if breast cancer has touched anyone's lives, please come down and support us on Sunday.
Do you find these types of events, though, are comforting for you and also in turn comforting for other survivors, and you can talk to them and connect with them and
there is
kind of help them through?
absolutely a wonderful, passionate moment where you come together, and because we all understand how scary a treatment, and then to be a role model to others and give them a big hug and say there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. Listen, we have the information. You can take part in the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. It is October 25th. That is Sunday at Lighthouse Point Park in New Haven. Registration starts at 11 a.m. or in Westport at Sherwood Island State Park. If that's closer for you, registration there starts at 9 a.m. Now, it's a lot of information. You can just come to our website for those details. Go to WTNH.com, click on the Connecticut Style link, and we will have all of that for you. Carrie and Maria, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.